Today, we're taking you back to the Detroit Zoo for part 2 of this amazing day. And again, I'm traveling with my daughter and my grandbabies, and we are going to start off here with a Japanese mink. So these monkeys are located in the Asian forest area of the zoo, and I think that's because they're probably found in Asia. Just my guess. So anyways, they have 4 female and 3 male markhors at the Detroit Zoo. And Koda's the youngest member of the troop, who was born in 2022. So the monkeys get up to 25 inches. They are about 24 pounds for males and about 18 pounds for females. The life expectancy for males are 18 years and females are about 23 years. Next here we have some rhinos. So they have a set, a male and a female, and they have a huge area too. So across the way we have the warthogs. And the warthogs, they get from 3 to 5 feet long. They weigh from 110 to 330 pounds. And they live to be about 11 years if you're a male and 12 years if you're a female. And of course, my grandson said they were Pumbaa. So the next area was the eastern white-bearded wildebeest, the elands, and the zebras, all of which get up to about 9 feet tall and can weigh up to 2,000 pounds. And they live to be anywhere from 10 to 16 years old. Can you tell we're in the African safari part of the zoo? Right now we have run into the giraffes. So the Detroit Zoo has 4 giraffes. They have 2 males and 2 females. And they're very easy to spot in the African grasslands. So these are vulnerable animals. And even though they're big, they can get up to 18 feet tall. They can weigh up to 2,600 pounds. And whether they're male or female, their life expectancy is around 15 years. These animals are so graceful and they're so fun to just watch them just walk along and look around. And this is a southern cassowary. It is the 3rd largest bird species in the world. They are blue and teal-faced birds that have 2 red wattles hanging from their necks. They are 5 to 6 feet tall and weigh up to 160 pounds. So every time I see the American bison, I think of that casino game Buffalo, and then I start singing Buffalo because that's what it does when you win. Just a fun Shanster tidbit about my personal life there. Anyways, the bisons are the largest mammals in North America. They have bulky heads, stocky necks, large shoulders, humps, and they have these curving horns. So their habitat is the American grassland. They do get from 6 to 11 feet long and up to 6 feet tall at the shoulder. They do weigh from 700 to 2,200 pounds, and their life expectancy is 15 to 20 years. And since we're still in the American grasslands, we have the Michigan's animal, which is a wolverine. And because they're doing construction around his habitat, he does circles to calm his nerves.
Did you see it? I've actually never seen one ever. Where are the dogs? Is the circle thing because of the construction? Oh. It's scared you.
So the next area we're going to take you to is the Arctic Ring of Life, and this is the polar bear exhibit. So I'm going to run you through it and show you all of the cool stuff. This is a new exhibit. It's only been open for about, 5 to 6 years, but I didn't really see too many polar bears, just a couple. So they must have been hibernating because it was kind of a hot day outside. So this Arctic Ring of Life at the Detroit Zoo is one of North America's largest polar bear habitats. It features 4 acres of outdoor and indoor spaces, including a 70-foot long glass tunnel, exploration station, and ice cave. Polar bears, as well as rescued sea otters, call this habitat home. Infinite whalebone structure. Going through here, it showed you some different things that the Inuit people built or what they lived like. So when you see these little cubbies here and there that I'm showing you during filming, that's from something that the Inuit people lived like. So I always like to get pictures of flowers, me and flowers. One time a bee's gonna come out and sting my nose. And we're going into the first building of the Arctic habitat. And now I'm going to do this Shanster spin shot. And now we're going to take a walk through the Polar Passage. So this area is usually where the polar bears will swim over above you and on the sides of you. They were not out, like I said earlier. I only seen them once, and they must have been hiding out because it was pretty hot that day. So this is the ice cave, and it looks just like you're in an ice cave. It's really cool, but it's not cold in there like an ice cave. So this is another little area where you can view the polar bears when they're out, and you can tell this is a huge display. And this area also has all of the stuff that the Inuit people use, like their snowshoes, their hats, some of their gear that they use to get across the snow. And just past the awesome pelicans, you come across this Dippin' Dots. So these are little tiny dots that taste like banana split or Oreo cookies or whatever flavor they have. And they don't really melt. I mean, they just kind of stay like this. It's kind of like a futuristic ice cream or something. And then we have the ostrich. And as we're walking along, we see a wayward peacock. So I don't know if this is a male or a female, but they didn't have too many feathers on them. There's my daughter Stephanie and the grandkiddos playing in the mist. So they have these mist machines every so often. We are still in the African forest, and our next display is the great apes of Harambe. This is a lush 4-acre habitat home to chimpanzees and gorillas. The habitat has both indoor and outdoor viewing areas where guests can watch these amazing animals play all year long. The Detroit Zoo is home to a troop of 13 chimpanzees who roam freely around their spacious habitat. A baby girl chimpanzee was born this year, July 4th, 2025, to Mother Naomi, which you can see the mom right here holding the baby, but you can't really see the baby. So chimpanzees get anywhere from 3 to 4 feet tall. They weigh anywhere from 70 to 130 pounds. And the males live to be about 32 years old, and the females live to be about 41 years old. And right here is the biggest monkey of all. Yep, that's me in the background. And our next area in the African forest is the Chilean flamingo. And these flamingos get about 3 foot tall. They weigh about 5 to 6 pounds. And they live to be 31 years if you're a male and 27 years if you are a female. And this here fountain is what the Detroit Zoo is well known for. Everybody loves their picture taken in front of this fountain. This was one of my favorite areas. This is the Penguin Conservation Center. And this actually takes you inside, and then you have the penguin display, which is one of the world's largest penguin facilities. It's a 2-acre conservation center that features a 326,000 gallon pool and a 25-foot deep aquatic area. There are 5 species of penguin that call this habitat home. Penguins range in size from 30 to 34 inches tall. They can weigh anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds. And their life expectancy is around 26 years. I love the way that penguins just kind of float around on their backs and their stomachs. I can also see why sharks would think that a human is a penguin, because looking from underneath, they look just like a human. So here's our journey to Antarctica. So this room is super cool because it looks like you're on a ship, and everywhere you look, it's part of the ocean. So if you look to the right, it's to the right of the ship. If you look behind, it's behind the ship. This right here is about to head into Drake's Passage. It can be the worst waters in the world, as you're about to see right now. Passage is an area between South America and Antarctica, and it can be as calm as glass, or it can be crazy like this. So once you go down the ramps, you get into the area that is underneath the ship, that you look like you're looking out portholes, and then you go a little further and it takes you underneath the penguin display. So now you're able to actually look up and see the penguins swimming around, and you'll see what I mean about that shark comment earlier. The penguins are so graceful. They just kind of glide through the water. The penguin habitat has gentoo penguins, king penguins, and macaroni penguins. And you can see them all just floating around. So see how this looks like a human kind of? So when you're in this tunnel right here, you look across the way and they have a little area the kids can just climb in and then wave across the waters there. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of the Detroit Zoo in Royal Oak, Michigan. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. And remember, it is up to you to make it fun and make it yours. We'll see you the next time.